Welcome back, warrior. Okay, so we're going to be reading Genesis chapter 34. We're also going to be reading all the way through 36 to get to 37 and through 41 because it seems that the Come Follow Me manual decided to skip several verses in Genesis. Maybe because they were hard subjects, maybe just because they don't have enough space. I don't know. But we're going to just read the chapter heading. It says, Shechem defiles Dinah. The Hivites seek to arrange marriages with Jacob's family. Many having been circumcised are slain by Simeon and Levi. Jacob reproves his sons. So it's kind of a hard chapter because bad things happened to good people, and then people wanted to do revenge, right? And while it's totally valid that people want to get angry and upset about things, it's always good to be like Jesus, right? Okay, so it says, and Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. And when Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her. Now, we might know that would be as rape, obviously. And then verse 3, and his soul clave unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob. And he loved the damsel and spake kindly unto the damsel. And Shechem spake unto his father Hamor, saying, get me this damsel to wife. And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dinah, his daughter. Now his sons were with his cattle in the field, and Jacob held his peace until they were come. Now, lots of stuff's happening here. And it seems that, the prince loved Dinah. And, it wasn't, that wasn't their custom. You know, they weren't even supposed to have relations until, after they got married, for sure. But then also, the whole, veiling of the face, didn't they have that? And so it wasn't, a thing. They totally went out and did, he totally went out and did, the not right thing here. And it could be because maybe they were outside the covenant. It seems like that because the next step says that they're going to try to become part of the covenant or something like that. So they just weren't used to the same customs, I guess, maybe. I don't know. And maybe the prince is used to having his way with all the women. Who knows? Anyway, not cool. And so Hamor, so it says, verse 6, and Hamor, the father of Shechem, went out unto Jacob to commune with him. And the sons of Jacob came out of the field when they heard it, and the men were grieved. And they were very wroth, because he had wrought folly in Israel in lying with Jacob's daughter, which thing ought not to be done. Right? So that was their custom. That was not cool. And that was not, even now, it's not cool to rape women. That's bad. And, but a lot of guys think that they can do this kind of thing, you know? Anyway, verse 8, and Hamor communed with them, saying, the soul of my son Shechem longeth for your daughter. I pray you give him to wife. Okay, I don't know about you, but I don't know if women are wanting to marry those who rape them. That's not really hey, that was so gentleman of you, and showed me a lot of respect and love. So yeah, I want to marry you, right? So it could also be like that. She's not going to want to be with that guy, maybe. But also the way that they wrote things back then, I don't know, right? Because it doesn't say anything about what her thoughts or feelings were. And so I wonder about that. Okay, so then says verse 9, and make ye marriages with us, and give your daughters unto us, and take our daughters unto you. And ye shall dwell with us, and the land shall be before you. Dwell and trade ye therein, and get you possessions therein. So they kind of knew that this was not a good thing, and they were trying to be hey, how about all of our guys can marry your daughters? But it seems also wait, this is how you raise the prince? Imagine what the other guys must be like, you know? So like, as if anybody's going to want to be like, sure, like sign up for that. And verse 11 says, and Shechem said unto her father and unto her brethren, let me find grace in your eyes, and what ye shall say unto me I will give. And ask me never so much dowry and gift, and I will give according as ye shall say unto me, but give me the damsel to wife. Okay, and the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor his father deceitfully, and said, because he had defiled Dinah their sister. And they said unto them, we cannot do this thing, to give our sister to one that is uncircumcised, for that were a reproach unto us. But in this will we consent unto you, if ye will be as we be, that every male of you be circumcised, then will we give our daughters unto you, and we will take your daughters to us, and we will dwell with you, and we will become one people. But if ye will not hearken unto us to be circumcised, then will we take our daughter, and we will be gone. And their words pleased Hamor and Shechem, Hamor's son. And the young man deferred not to do the thing, because he had delight in Jacob's daughter, and he was more honorable than all the house of his father. And Hamor, I don't know about that, right? Okay, and Hamor and Shechem, his son, came unto the gate of their city, and communed with the men of their city, saying, these men are peaceable with us, therefore let them dwell in the land, and trade therein, for the land, behold, it is large enough for them. Let us take their daughters to us for wives, and let us give them our daughters. Only herein will the men consent unto us for to dwell with us, to be one people, if every male among us be circumcised, as they are circumcised. Shall not their cattle and their substance and every beast of theirs be ours? Only let us consent unto them, and they will dwell with us. And unto Hamor and unto Shechem his son hearkened all that went out of the gate of his city, and every male was circumcised, all that went out of the gate of his city. And it came to pass on the third day, when they were sore, that two of the sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brethren, took each man his sword, and came upon the city boldly, and slew all the males. See, definitely not what Jesus would do, right? And who knows, like, I know sometimes we read in the scriptures that like God does plagues and all these things. So one might think like, it's cool, we can do this because they made bad choices. We can dish out the consequences, but that's not like really the case, right? Like God can do whatever he wants, but like, it's not our job, like, you know, but you know, I mean, I have a daughter. If anything happened, you know, it's like one of those things, you know, that it's sad, right? But we need to be better. We need to be better because we can't just be revenging out on all the things that people choose to do bad against us, right? Because that's not revenge. Like doing something bad because someone did bad to you does not make it right, and it's not going to make you feel any better. I mean, it'll make your natural man feel better, but it's not going to make your soul feel better. That's going to be worse, right? Okay, so anyway, he says, so they slew Hamor and Shechem his son with the edge of the sword, and took Dinah out of Shechem's house, and went out. The sons of Jacob came upon the slain, and spoiled the city, because they had defiled their sister. They took their sheep and their oxen and their asses, and that which was in the city, and that which was in the field, and all their wealth, and all their little ones, and their wives took they captive, and spoiled even all that was in the house. And Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, ye have troubled me to make me to sink among the inhabitants of the land, among the Canaanites and the Perizzites, and I being few in number, they shall gather themselves together against me, and slay me, and I shall be destroyed, I and my house. And they said, should he deal with our sister as with an harlot? Okay, so I do love that the brothers were so angry and that they wanted to revenge. I do love that they felt that fire, you know, and like that they were so angry like that this was not a good idea. I do love that. But I don't love that they chose to kill everybody. Right? Like that's just sad. And so that's the hard thing here about these chapters. And it seems that because of this, things are going to change a little bit with the covenant that the Lord has made with Israel and his family. And we'll see that in the next chapter. But that is chapter 34 in a nutshell. So yeah, instead of choosing to turn to God after something hard, they chose to do trickery and revenge. And we can know that that is not something that God would approve or condone or accept as like being righteous choices. And so it makes sense that that Jacob was feeling like super wrong. Like he felt, what was it? It says that like his reputation plus like what else is it? Anyways, they just, did the family wrong, but also did those people wrong, and just, just like a whole sad experience altogether, right? Okay, but that is the end of Genesis chapter 34, and we need to stay strong and use God to help us through our hard choices or through our hard trials, instead of turning to our own devices that are born out of anger or hatred, or because regardless of what people choose to do, we're still trying to be like Jesus, So anyway, so that's it for chapter 34. All right, stay strong, warrior. Okay, yeah, and the moral of the story is here that we respect women and that we treat them kindly. That is the moral of the story. Okay, that's all.